You are walking to your car at night. The parking lot is empty. Your heart starts pounding before you even notice why. You tell yourself there is nothing there. Your body does not believe you. But the real answer is far stranger than nerves. Your brain is not reacting to the parking lot. It is reacting to something that has not existed for 200,000 years. For most of human history, the dark held teeth. Lions, hyenas, rival tribes moving quietly through tall grass. A human who felt calm in the dark did not survive long enough to have children. A human who felt terrified survived just long enough to pass that terror down, generation after generation, until fear itself became inheritance.
You carry that inheritance right now. In your skull sits a small almond-shaped cluster of neurons called the amygdala. It is your alarm system. It does not wait for proof. It does not wait for logic. The neuroscientist Joseph Ledoux spent decades mapping this circuit, and what he found was unsettling. Fear signals reach the amygdala before they ever reach the thinking part of your brain. You feel dread before you understand why. Your body moves before your mind catches up. Isn't that strange? You are, in a very real sense, still being protected by a guard who has never seen a modern city. Think about the last time you jumped at a shadow, or felt someone was watching you and turned around to check. That was not weakness. That was 50,000 generations of ancestors who did not ignore the rustle in the bushes.
The ones who ignored it did not become your ancestors. Here is where it gets stranger. Your body was built for danger that lasted minutes. A predator either caught you or it did not. Either way, it was over fast. Your stress response evolved for a sprint, not a marathon. The biologist Robert Sapolsky studies this exact mismatch. He points out that a zebra's stress hormones spike when a lion appears, and then they drop the moment the lion is gone. The zebra does not lie awake replaying the chase. It does not worry about next week's lion. It just goes back to eating grass.
You do not have that luxury. Your threats today do not chase you and then leave. They sit in your inbox. They wait in your group chat. They hum quietly in the back of your mind at 2 in the morning. Your ancient alarm system cannot tell the difference between a lion and a deadline. To your amygdala, an unread email and a predator in the grass can trigger the exact same chemical cascade. Cortisol floods your blood either way. Your heart rate climbs either way. Isn't it strange that a notification sound can borrow the same biology built to save you from being eaten?
This is why modern life feels exhausting in a way our ancestors' lives, for all their danger, may not have. Their fear had an ending. Yours often does not. There is a deeper layer here, and it belongs to a researcher named Randolph Nesse, one of the founders of evolutionary medicine. Nesse asked a question most doctors never think to ask. Why does anxiety exist at all? Not why is it uncomfortable, why does it exist in the first place? His answer reframes the entire disorder. Anxiety is not a malfunction. It is a smoke detector. And a smoke detector that is a little too sensitive is still doing its job, because the cost of missing one real fire is so much higher than the cost of 100 false alarms. Your anxious brain is not broken. It is a smoke detector tuned by millions of years of fires that actually happened. But smoke detectors were never meant to go off constantly. They were meant to sit quiet until they were needed. Your ancestors experienced acute danger, followed by long stretches of safety, rest, and connection around a fire. You experience a low, steady hum of manufactured threat, almost all day, almost every day. Financial news, social comparison, the ping of a phone that might be nothing or might be something. Your alarm system was never built to run this long without rest.
So what do you do with a body that thinks it is still on the savannah? You cannot switch off the amygdala. It is older than your ability to reason, older than language, older than the idea of yourself. But you can change what you feed it. Sapolsky's research shows something hopeful buried in the stress. Physical movement, the kind your body was designed for, running, walking, climbing, tells your nervous system that the danger has passed. It completes the loop your ancestors' bodies used to complete naturally. A zebra runs from the lion, and running itself signals safety. You sit at a desk and absorb the threat instead, with nowhere for it to go.
Notice how your body reacts the next time you feel that jolt of dread. Not to judge it, just to notice it. That jolt is not a flaw in your character. It is a message from an ancestor you never met, still trying to keep you alive, using rules from a world that no longer exists. You are the descendant of the ones who felt the fear and listened to it. Every person who ever ignored the warning sign in the grass is not in your family tree. Only the anxious ones made it through. Only the vigilant ones passed it on. This is not a design flaw. It is a message sent across 200,000 years that finally arrived. It just landed in the wrong century. So the next time your heart pounds in an empty parking lot or your stomach drops at an unread message, remember what is actually happening. Your brain is not malfunctioning. It is doing exactly what it was built to do. It is just still waiting for a lion that will never come. You were walking to your car at night. The parking lot was empty. Your heart was pounding before you even noticed why. Now you know it was never really about the parking lot at all. It was about every ancestor who ever survived the dark, still speaking through you, still keeping watch.